Hey Fish Fam, sorry I haven't updated in a while. March is a little bit hectic because of tax time and everything. The IRS has recently switched corporate and partnership tax dates. They just did that last year. I haven't really gotten in the habit of getting everything ready by March 15th because you're still getting stuff in the mail on like March 12th. So March is always a little bit hectic. And I've got some projects I've been working on. I picked up a used 140-gallon tank. It's one of the big 8-foot-long old-style ones that they don't really make anymore. So I refurbished that. I'll have a video of that edited and uploaded in a little while. Been working on, some compost worm farms. I'll have a video on that. They're a really nice food source if you've got bigger fish. I've got a really monstrously large Jack Dempsey. He's probably 11 inches, which is bigger than they normally get. If I can feed it, earthworms and cockroaches and frozen krill and it's perfectly happy on that, then I don't have to be feeding it live fish and I don't really have to worry about the morality of that. Back room where the large tank is going, I've been having to do a lot of cleaning on this. I've been actually working on it. I haven't updated any videos because, there's been a couple weeks of just continuously trying to empty things out. I've got years and years and years and years of storage from stuff that I've kept just in case for my computer shop. But we've recently shifted gears to go from supporting consumer devices to just businesses that have contracts. So I know what I have to keep and what I need to have around. So, I don't have to have the 25-year-old power supply for the old Pentium computers and things like that for people to run their signs with. But that's done, well, mostly done at this point. So I should be starting to do videos on the large tank build, hopefully in the next week or two as I get some of that stuff done. I'm still waiting on the windows to come in. I'm still waiting on a couple of the side pieces to get cut. But as those finish up, I should be able to start combining them and getting everything done. This is much, much later than I wanted to do. I was hoping to get this mostly finished about 2 months ago, but, life gets in the way. Also got a baby bird. Let me grab that. You don't want to buy baby birds this young because it's really easy to break them. It's a bad idea to do this as a general rule. They won't bond with you more. The reason that I've got this baby that's this young is because my wife's studying to be a bird vet. So it's something, just sort of practical experience for her. I'm going to go put it down because it's noisy enough that it's interfering with the camera. Yeah, so that's fun. Hopefully it's not going to spend the rest of the video squawking in the background because it thinks that it's food time. It is food time in about 40 minutes, so its crop is probably empty. But it doesn't get to eat until then because I need to make sure the crop is completely empty so that it doesn't end up with anything infected in the bottom. 3D printed contest. I only got 5 comments before the 10th, which is what I said was going to be a deadline. So it's pretty easy to pick a winner on that. I just got a 20-sided die for, tabletop gaming, and 1 through 4 is the first comment, 5 through 8 is the second comment, etc. So the winners ended up being Stephen Royer and the Golem Hunter. If you guys want to reach out to me on Facebook at the Angelfish Unlimited page, if you want to just send me a private message there with your address and some dimensions for the inside of your filter, I'll print something that I think is interesting up and mail it off to you. If you don't like Facebook or you just don't want to use it because of the recent Cambridge Analytica thing or whatever, go ahead and shoot me an email here. I don't know what this address is going to be yet because I'm just going to generate one for this and then I'm going to end up deleting it at the end of April. So send either contact here or shoot me something on Facebook. Put in something that you're comfortable then putting on a comment here so that I can verify that it's you, because I don't really want somebody just like sending me a random message pretending to be one of you guys to get free stuff, because that's not how these kinds of things work. I am a little bit disappointed that I only got 5 comments. In the future, if you're somebody that lives out of the country, go ahead and comment anyways if you want something. I'm perfectly happy to pay for shipping to Denmark or India or Japan or wherever. It doesn't matter to me. Everybody globally is welcome to participate in any sort of weird little custom giveaway things that I do, although I won't be doing a whole lot of them. Obviously, you won't be able to get fish, but anything that's not alive I'm perfectly happy to send off, and something like, cockroaches or something else that I decide to do a culture of those. I'm happy to try to ship those overseas. I don't know how well they'll make it, but I'm happy to do it. I don't really worry about that. So, Golem Hunter had a question of the efficacy of the 3D printed media. I have been running the tank with just 15 milliliters of 3% ammonia every couple days, as I remember, just to keep the stuff active. Yesterday I did put 25 milliliters in, which is about a 6.5 parts per million. There's nothing left over after 24 hours. It does look slightly green tinted because of this stuffed animal behind me, but when there's nothing blue in front of me, I can tell there's no green at all. It's a 0. So it works very well. It's really overkill for pretty much any size filter you're going to put it in. People tend to grossly over-filter, and that's probably a good thing, but you know, it's better to over-filter than under-filter. No fish has ever died from too much filtration. So yeah, I'll be uploading some other videos. In the news, we've got footage of an anglerfish male-female pair live for the first time. We found quite a few carcasses of these in the past, but this is the first example that we found of a living specimen where the male is attached to the female. If you don't know about what happens with this, the male will latch onto the female and slowly merge with her body, and he will lose his entire head and nervous system, essentially, so that he just becomes a parasitic testicle bag, getting all of the nutrients and everything that its body needs from her blood supply, so that she will just have a permanent supply of sperm whenever she decides to mate. And this is a pretty cool adaptation for a fish, and it's something that, again, you know, we've never really actually caught before in the wild, and it's making the rounds currently. You know, it started a few days ago. The Smithsonian finally uploaded something about 6 hours ago, something like that. That's pretty cool. In other news, there is a robotic fish that MIT has developed for spying on other fish with to try to get more natural behavior out of them. That's a pretty cool thing. You know, that's one of those things that the BBC does with, like, robotic turtles and stuff for nature documentaries. So, a believable robotic fish is pretty cool. That's the only interesting stuff that I'm aware of in the past month. So, we'll see you guys next time, and till then, take it easy.